I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street, you turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great. And these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? It's been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything will be taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, we come in the morning, we have what we call coffee talk, but we just don't sit around and throw the bull. Or joke or laugh. Our coffee talk is serious. Every morning before you start out investing, we have an intense discussion on what is going on and where we should be investing. Because it's all about not the money, but where you're putting that money. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and enjoy the best coffee in town.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
People run for their lives as the gunman shoots, but then drives over dozens and dozens.
It all points to terrorism and ISIS.
This looks very much like an intentional attack.
Our most effective response to terror and to hatred is compassion, it's unity, and it's love. Now, obviously, this is a country that is based on free speech, but when it edges towards violence, when we see the potential for someone lifting that mantle of anti-Muslim rhetoric, and they will suffer just as well, just as much. When we see that, we will take action.
Yeah, imagine that. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Yeah, love them. That is their answer, to love them. That's the best thing, to love this guy who got in a truck and went down the street killing 80 people, most children. And also the other thing, remember what they said, is they want to go over, this Obama says that you want to go over this administration, go over and teach them how to create jobs. If they learned how to get a job, they wouldn't then join ISIS. What's wrong with these liberals? These liberals are nuts. They're just nuts, aren't they? Can you imagine that's the answer? Love these people? This is unbelievable. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast, around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Let me give you my number, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG, so you can join the gang, help yourself, at the same time helping St. Jude. We've been doing this for 15 years. You join the gang, we help you. You make some money. All we ask is you help St. Jude. That's it. Okay, let's talk about what's going on in the market today. The market is finally, since a week ago, when the rally started, off the 285,000 jobs, which is just absolutely ridiculous because the jobs are ridiculous. They're mostly all part-time waitress jobs. And then, of course, they did them pumping the market up as we've had a tremendous amount of money coming out of the market. We have mutual fund money coming out of the market, and we have exchange-traded fund money coming out of the market. And the only way they can keep the market pumped up and locked up here is to continue to buy bonds, to force those countries into the stock market away from bonds. They go buy bonds, which is the same thing as buying our debt. So the more that the Fed can buy our bonds and push that yield, the interest rate lower and lower, then the countries who buy our debt say no thank you, and they buy our bonds. They buy our stock. And that's the purpose of most of the purpose for the bond buying, is to get countries to stop buying our debt, to get them into the stock market, because we don't have any earnings growth. There's no earnings growth to keep the market up. That's the problem. That's the problem. And people just don't understand that. They don't understand that. It's all about earnings growth, nothing but earnings growth. If you don't have earnings growth, you just don't have anything. And it was interesting today. We got this guy, let's see, he's telling us how we got all this positive economic data today. Really? We did? I don't see any of it.
Today, you've got a ream of data out, economic data, both here and abroad, that is really quite positive. Industrial production, much better than expected. Retail sales, much better than expected. And also China's GDP, we haven't talked about China in forever, better than expected as well.
Are you kidding me? That's not true. Now what's going on? Industrial production year over year remains lower. And not only lower, it's been negative for 10 straight months. What's he talking about? This is the longest non-recessionary streak of industrial production declines in the U.S. history, and he's trying to tell us, oh, things are good. We got good industrial production. Manufacturing, we just got the numbers today. Manufacturing jobs dropped. The biggest drop since February 2010 was down another 5,000, and construction jobs down another 12,000. But listen to what this guy says.
Today, you've got a ream of data out, economic data, both here and abroad, that is really quite positive.
Where's the positive? It's amazing how they lie, isn't it? It's just amazing how they lie. So the market now is hitting a point. If they don't do QE4, then this market is going to start retracing again, because you can't sustain this rally. It's impossible. You can't. Not when you have PE ratios, multiples of 19. See, the problem with the rally, again, is earnings growth. See, earnings growth is the engine behind a stock market rally. It's the engine behind the stock. That's what pushes stocks up. If you don't have earnings growth, profits, stocks don't go up. And you can't maintain a rally that is pumped up artificially, that's induced, that's propped up through stimulus or whatever they try to do. It can't remain. That's why they got to bring in QE4. This current rally we're in right now lacks earnings growth. The earnings have declined. They've been negative for 3 quarters in a row. Are you kidding? That's causing share prices to be more expensive than their historicals. More than their historicals. See, that doesn't make any sense. And when we look at the historicals, at least the historicals, they had earning growth. So our market is going up higher without earnings. We're better off not having them, so they can keep pumping the market up artificially. So what's going on? Our earnings are declining so much. The earnings have declined so much that they're stretched. They're stretching the valuations. The value of the S&P right now, the 500, what is called PE multiples, is so stretched. We're at nosebleed levels at a PE of 19. Now that should have triggered a 20% sell-off in the market the day that the Great Britain announced they would leave the EU. But the markets did start to decline, and then quickly Yellen interfered in a free market system to financially engineer a halt at 4% as it was going down. She stopped it. That's called financial engineering. She stopped the sell-off by using quantitative easing to force the hedge funds to cancel their short positions. See, all the short positions were in place. All the hedge funds around the world were shorting the market because they said, boy, as soon as Great Britain leaves the EU, the markets in Europe are going to start to collapse than in the United States. So hedge funds around the world borrowed all kinds of money to be short, but it was going down. She knew this. So as soon as the market started to go down, she stopped it dead in its tracks. Now think about it. The market went down 14% with a rate hike of just 25 points in January, for God's sakes. You don't think the Great Britain leaving the EU is much more severe? Of course it is. So she stopped it. That's called market engineering. She engineered the market to stop. This is what she does. So all the hedge funds around the world, they had to stop their short position. They had to buy their stock back. That's why you're seeing this market hit new highs. That's the problem. That's why you got to have a chart. If you're jumping in this market late because of all the fanfare at CNBC, we're hitting new highs. Oh boy, we've hit 5. I saw it today. They go 5 days in a row. We hit new all-time highs in the S&P. We haven't done that in 18 years. Well, there's a reason they haven't done it in 18 years, you dopes. That's amazing. It's amazing. This is all short covering and bond buying, and then you have the stock buybacks by the CEOs who are getting greedy, who want to make more money for themselves. We'll be right back after this break. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With the false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, let's talk about this market, what you should do. You're hearing how, oh, wow, look at this. The market is going nuts. It can't stop it from going up. It's making new highs 5 days in a row. We haven't seen that in 18 years, making new highs. So what's going on? Let me explain. And that's why you want to have charts so you don't that you don't get into markets at the wrong time or get out too early. That's right. That's why my gang members are happy, because I always guide them. You don't get that from a planner. You don't get that from a broker. Here, I'm going to guide you right now. I'm going to explain what's going on with this market. If you remember, the stock market pulled back 4% the day that the Great Britain said we're getting out of the EU. It dropped. Yellen comes in and stops it immediately. She knew that we had so many hedge funds shorting, betting it was going to go down, the market was going to collapse in Europe, collapse here in the United States. She stopped it and forced them to buy their stock back. That's why it went up. That's not a good thing. Stocks, you want stocks to go up because of earnings growth, because of increased top line sales, because of margins. What's margins? Margins simply means if I sell hats and I go to New York and buy a whole bunch of hats, baseball caps for $5, I sell them for 10. That's important. That's a margin. And I'm going to try to even get to another supplier so I can buy the hat for $4 to increase my margins more. Now you got solid earnings, solid profits. You need margins. Margins is the heart of the stock market. But they decided it's just like a doctor coming in and say, I'm going to tear your heart out. We're going to drain your blood and you're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine.
You're fine. You don't pay attention to
that. Don't pay attention. You don't have a heart or blood anymore. Don't worry about it. You're fine. That's what they're doing. So the market drops. She gets in. She forces the shorts to cover. And then the market went up about 2%. Went up about 4%. Then it started to pull back. Oh, hey, it's election time. We got to get that market going up again. There's no earnings. Nobody's making profits. So how are we going to do that? Let's engineer it again. So they did. They come out and say, we got 285,000 jobs. Wait a minute, 285,000 jobs just 4 weeks earlier. You said it was 36,000. Matter of fact, it wasn't. They had to readjust it down. They found out it was only 11,000. So in 4 weeks, this country turned around and did such a magnificent job in creating jobs. In 4 weeks, we went from 11,000 jobs to 286,000. You believe that? I'm talking to you. You, nobody else. Just you. You believe that? You got to be an idiot if you do. So the market goes up. So we have a rally of about 8%. And now CNBC is all excited and everybody jumping in the market. But we're lacking something. Profits. You don't need profits anymore. It's crazy. So what are they going to do? Well, they know they're going to have to do something to sustain the rally. They're going to have to do something because this is a market that's trading to perfection, which means one bit of bad news could take the market down. Then they got to come back in again and rig the market. So what are they going to do? They're going to have to do a massive quantitative easing. Where they keep injecting trillions of dollars into the stock market, where they front load the market, keep the market going up, but it does nothing for you, nothing for the 99% of the people, nothing for Main Street, just helps the 1%, that's all. What's good for the stock market is good for the 1%. It's called free money. Banks got all kinds of free money. Yeah. The 1%, and the banks all got free money. The banksters, the hedge fund managers. Now remember, what is money to Wall Street? It's raw material. It's like a manufacturer has to go out and buy raw material, but they have to buy raw material. They have to buy plastic or steel or iron, whatever they have to buy. They have to buy it and pay for it. Can you imagine being in an industry you don't have to pay for your raw material? So the banks don't have to pay for their raw material. They have no cost. Isn't that amazing? So when you don't have any cost and you're getting raw material for free, of course you're going to have terrific profits. But they're fake. But here's the problem. They got to keep the interest rates at zero. Why? Because the banks and Wall Street for 7 years have gotten free raw material. Because here's the thing, if they ever raise the rates, these banks, remember, they're not solvent. Nobody believes it, but they're not solvent. We never fixed the problem when the market collapsed in 2008. We never fixed the banking problem. Never. We have the same problems. So all they did is engineer the market to go up, these banks, with a 0% money. Now, they keep on making money on the zero, where they're charging you on your credit card 18%, 22%, 24%. What a business. I have no material cost. I can get money free and then charge you on a credit card 18, 22%. Wow. And who else gets advantage of this free money? The biggest borrower of money in the world, our government. The national debt stands at $20 trillion. That's nearly $60,000 for every person in the country, man, woman, and child. So the zero money helps that annual interest payment on the debt. In other words, they're getting money free to pay down the interest on the debt. They're not paying anything for the money. The government keeps paying down the debt with free money. So you think you got the two most powerful forces in the world. You got the banksters on Wall Street, and you got the crooks in Washington, both benefiting from free money. And Main Street is getting screwed. Main Street doesn't benefit at all. You've lost your job because of free money. You're gone from a full-time to a part-time because of free money. But they don't care. You really think the two most powerful entities, the government and Wall Street, are going to say, hey, let's raise rates? They don't care it's killing Main Street. And I'll tell you why it's killing Main Street when we get back, and we're going to look at some stocks so we can make some money. That's what we're going to do. We'll be right back. Join your gang, Phil's gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to, but you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters, because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. Phil'sGang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grande is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grande has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grande and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything being taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap is trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
Our most effective response to terror and to hatred is compassion, to unity, and it's love.
Wow. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, let's make some money. Let's go to the stock corner. talk
Stock
about
Corner
some
is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
Okay, stop listening to all these jibber jabbers on these financial shows that are all excited about the stock market rally that we're breaking out and running. This 8% rally we had since the market collapsed. The market went down just about 4 to 5% after Great Britain announced they're leaving the EU, and then it went up another 4%, took it all back, and then it went up another 4% because all the shorts had a cover, and that's why. And at the same time, remember, we've never seen such money leaving this market. It's leaving. Yeah, exchange traded funds leaving. Mutual fund money leaving because the managers know that this market cannot sustain itself unless it gets QE4. And that's why you want to look at charts. Always put your money. Look, anytime you're going to make money in the market, you got to use the chart. The days of making money because of what a company does is nuts. It doesn't happen. Now, I told you that we don't care if they do QE4 and the market goes up another 30%, 40%. If you missed the 126% rally when they did QE1, 2, the twist, and 3, don't miss this. Because between now and November, between August and November, when they're going to do it, you'll probably go up another 40 or 50%. Don't miss it. If you're with me, you're not going to miss it. But the most important thing is to get out before it collapses again. To get out before it collapses. You know darn well. Last year, August, I told you exactly when the market was going to correct, and it went down 14%. And then, and that was in August. Then in January, I told you when the market was going to correct before it did, and we were right by looking at our charts, and went down another 14%. And then I told you it was going to correct again, and I thought it would go down about 10%, but we got cheated because she stopped the market from going down by engineering it, forcing the hedge funds to buy their shares back, their short shares back. That's right. And then her buying bonds. So what we want to do is stay with some terrific stocks. Now, I've been telling you, and I want you to sign up to gang for you people who never experienced the chart, never used the chart. I want you to experience this. I told you, if we go to Tiffany's the stock, Tiffany, be a great stock to learn on, Tiffany. We'll also watch Macy's. We'll watch Macy's, watch Tiffany, we'll watch Home Depot, Ralph Lauren. These are terrific stocks. But I want you to get started with Tiffany. So you join the gang. It's only $39.95, and then you just follow me. That's all you do. If you're working and busy, hey, it takes 1 minute. You can go to any mobile device you have. Go to your cell phone or your laptop, anything you got, and you can just check and see, what should I do now? What's Phil saying to do with this one stock? Try the one stock. Test the one stock. That's all. Just test the one. See if you go, at the end of the month, you go, oh, wow, this is really neat. This works. This really works. I'm making money. Or even better, I'm not losing money. That's even better. I'm not losing money. That's the best one. Charting is more important from that perspective to make sure you don't buy something when everybody else is buying it. That's right. So when you have a stock that everybody's jumping in on, and you think you should get in, you look at your chart, and it'll tell you not to buy it. There's the value. There's the real value, not to buy it, not to get hurt. And the real value is when you have these big rallies, tells you time to take your money, time to get you out, start taking your money out. Because nobody's going to do that for you. Who's going to do that for you? Tell me who's going to do it for you. Your financial advisor? Is he going to do it?
What's a financial advisor?
An idiot. That's what it is. They don't care. They're there for themselves. Nobody's there to take care of you. Have you noticed all the lawsuits of the 401? They're all over the place now. Everybody in 401ks are suing their company because they're getting screwed on fees. So let's do this. Join the gang. I'll give you the number right now. You can call right now. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. Steven is there. Alex is there. You're not calling Hong Kong or China or the Philippines. You're calling right here in Sarasota, Florida. Sign you up for $39.95 for a month. Invest in yourself before you invest in the market again. Invest in yourself. And then let me guide you with Tiffany. Or we may do it with Macy's. May do it with both of them. And just watch from the beginning to the end. beginning to the end. And then every day, using our color-coded technology, our chart called MV2, at 1:15, go in and check where we update what you should be doing with that stock. It's called Working Investor Program. For people who work, who are busy, who don't want to learn anything, they just say, will you just pick out something for me? I just want to make money. I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to learn anything. Will you just here, look, pick out something for me. I just want to make money. Or the people say, I'm too busy. I am too busy. Well, let me tell you something. When you start hitting 58 years old, 55 years old, and you look and you go, how much money do you have saved for your retirement? Your 401k is not going to help you. In fact, today, do you know the 401ks right now? The people who manage your 401k right now are stealing over $150 billion in fees by burning and churning you. $150 billion in fees. Actually, more than that. They're taking your stocks and just buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. They don't care if they're making any money. They make money on the commissions. And then they hide that money. That's right. So give you the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, or 877-600-4264. Steve will take your call right now, or Alex, and it'll be the best thing you've ever done. If it doesn't work out, hey, there's no contract. At the end of 30 days, it's over. So you experience $39.95. Okay. Now, we're talking about, now, not only is this market ridiculous, this rally ridiculous, because there's no earnings, okay? They're going to have to do QE4. But the key is, it doesn't matter to me, ridiculous or not. We don't make a judgment on the market. We buy it if it's green. We get out if it's red, or sell it short if it's red. There's always going to be an opportunity in the market, but only for people who take responsibility. Now, I want to talk a little bit about these myths. How many times have we heard tax cuts for the wealthy? How many times have the wealthy said, we need tax cuts, we need tax cuts? And how about we hear every day, we need the wealthy needs tax cuts. They create all the jobs. When they get tax cuts, they create all the jobs. They take all that money and create jobs. And then what I love is corporations. The taxes for corporations are the highest in the world. We got to give corporations a tax cut. Really? Really, we do? Well, we're going to take a look at that a little bit later. But now let's talk about vacation time. Isn't this vacation time, summer? Here it is, vacation time. And you're going to be dealing with TSA. And many of us are going to miss our plane because of the long lines of TSA, because of these stupid security lines. And the TSA is really using a lame excuse. They're saying the reason why the lines are so long, because Americans like me refuse to sign up for their pre-check program, in which, if I sign up and pay for it, I may just get lucky enough to be excused from standing in one of those stupid screening processes where they're going to manhandle me. Now, I don't get that. They're surprised nobody's signing up for it? Are you kidding? Are they that stupid, these bureaucrats? You think I'm going to pay to give information, more information about my personal life to the TSA, to the government, and pay for it? What are you, nuts? Only an idiot from Washington, some stupid bureaucrat, would think Americans would be eager to give the TSA more personal information and pay to give it to them. Pay them to give more information about themselves. Unbelievable. We'll be right back. And we're going to talk about, do the companies really need tax cuts?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market on 5/29. That's May 29th. I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With the false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Put your money to work. Make your investments pay. Listen to Phil Grande and philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, here's the number, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. I'm reaching out to help you, and then you reach back and help St. Jude. Pretty good deal. $39.95, just 1 month. And during that month, we're going to work on Tiffany. Tiffany, that's right. Using our color-coded technology, and you'll see it works. You will see it works and guide you. This is for a person who has no time. Very, very busy person. Called our working investor. You can put on any of your mobile devices, just put in, plug me in, and all you have to do, you just take 1 minute, and go and check and see what are your instructions to do for Tiffany. What you should be doing with Tiffany. Do I buy more, sell more, or do we get out of it? Or Macy's. That's another great one. Discounted. These are two big discounted stocks. Let's do it for the next 4 weeks. Let's do it together. I'm going to reach out to you right now. Let's do it together for the next 4 weeks. So you just join for $39.95. We'll guide you on the MV2. You don't have to buy it or lease it for a month. for the first four weeks. Okay, we'll use it so that you can see what's going on with Macy's and Tiffany. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, if you want to go forward and continue and then get the MVT2, your membership, then fine. But you're going to see it works. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. And again, we have folks there ready to take your call. All right. I'm running out of time here quickly, and I want to really talk about this. So we know that, again, this 0% interest rates is killing us, because when you have 0% interest rates, there's no savings. When there's no savings, we can't loan business to small business. We don't have small businesses. You can't create the jobs. They create 80% of all the jobs. So if we don't have savings, there's no creating, helping the small business. We can't loan to them. There's no job creation. People don't have any money, and it screws the whole deal up. It screws the whole economy. But that's exactly the way Obama wanted it. And now that's why our economy's not growing. Not growing. So we got to stop this zero rate, but they'll never stop it, because who benefits is the government, because they can borrow money to put on their debt at free, near free. Now let's talk about the corporations. This is another thing. The same guys who benefit. Think about this. We keep being told that, you know what, they're paying too much taxes. They're really paying too much taxes, and the idea is that, you know, and I think one of the biggest myths is these tax cuts. The biggest myth is if you give a rich person a tax cut, he's going to create jobs. That's not true at all. The top tax rate for people who earn regular wages is currently about 39.6%, and the capital gains around 23.8%, right? Which is a little ridiculous. Now, the Republicans and the billionaires, they want a tax rate lowered, right? Now, we've been told by Baby Bush and then by Obama that lower tax rates, especially for the middle class, would give us more economic growth than we ever seen before. It would increase wages, would increase our jobs, more full-time jobs, and things would be wonderful. What are you, nuts? We haven't seen that. When they cut the taxes for the middle class and all that, we never seen that. What we've seen is stock prices soar, corporate profits soar for the multinational companies, but for the wrong reasons, because they're cutting jobs, cutting wages. And for the workers, wages have stagnated. Not to mention, a historic number of people have been shifted from full-time to part-time and temporary. We never had so many people working part-time and temporary. And there are less people in the workforce since the tax cuts, as the labor participation rate proves, because it's at historic lows. So there is no truth that when you take a rich person and you cut taxes for him, he takes that money, he puts it back into creating jobs. He doesn't do that. He puts it in the pile with the rest of his money. Really. Remember, under our president, our economy grows, but it doesn't grow equally for everyone. There are winners and losers. Capital has won. Labor has lost. They've been lying about these taxes. A great example is CEOs, instead of plowing back their profits and the money they get for free to borrow, instead of plowing it back into capital spending, CEOs have diverted the money to buy their own company stock back so they can exercise their options and get rich, while the person on the floor, the worker, gets nothing. He gets a pink slip, or he gets taken from full-time to part-time. He doesn't get any wage increases. Since the stock market bottomed out in March 6, 2009, corporate profits have increased. But again, not by earnings. When you hear how corporate profits are increasing, remember how they get increased. They cut labor. Massive cuts. That's what happened. And it's just amazing when they try to convince us that a tax cut is going to make things better if we give it to the rich. It doesn't happen. It's just like with corporations. Same thing with corporations. Why would we give corporations a tax cut? Think about this. They're already being treated very well. Corporations only pay about half of their corporate tax rate now. That's right. They only pay an average of 12%. While you and I are paying 39.6%. And they want to cut taxes for them again? With all the loopholes, all their accountants, they get all these tax breaks, they pay 12%. And they say, oh, well, corporations are paying the highest in the world. No, they're not. They have the highest tax rate in the world. They don't pay that. That's not the effective tax rate they pay. 12%, that's it. Lowering the corporate tax rate will only provide an increase in revenue stream into their pockets of the CEOs, who already use their profits to plow back in for stock buybacks so they can get rich and the guy on the floor gets nothing. Corporations already have over $2 trillion in profits stashed overseas. It's untaxed. Give them a tax break when they're ready to pay just 12% with loopholes. Are you kidding? Why would we give them a tax break? They haven't created any jobs. Not only is their tax rate 12%, you mean cut it again? They haven't created jobs. They haven't raised wages in America. Instead, they offshored most of their jobs to these lower wage countries like Mexico and Vietnam. The CEOs keep buying back the stocks, and they're making 320 times more their employees, and we're going to give them a tax cut? Are you nuts? This is crazy. And know what they do with a lot of their profits? They buy Congress to get laws passed to benefit them so they don't have to pay taxes. They get laws passed that are loopholes. The next time you hear a politician saying, I don't care if it's Trump or anybody saying, corporations, they're paying the highest tax rate in the world of all countries. No, they're not. They're not at all. That's crazy. And by the way, talking about that, you know what? This August is going to finally be the last vacation for the Obama family. Yep, they're going to Martha's Vineyard on us, the taxpayer, on our dime. Oh, I'm sorry, not on our dime. I should say on $100 million worth of dimes. This trip will be their last trip, and this trip to Martha's Vineyard, seventh year, will exceed $100 million. That's what they spent. And then, can you imagine these people? The nerve. Obama has outspent the Bush family by $71 million. In fact, First Lady Obama has outspent the entire Bush family herself on lavish vacations to Africa, Spain, India, and China. What have we gotten out of that? You got your job, full-time job, cut to part-time job. You got your hours cut from 40 to 30. $100 million. You know what really gets me? We're rewarding failure. At least he's consistent. Obama, for 7 years, have rewarded failure. Now we're rewarding him, a failed president. We've paid $100 million in vacations for this guy who screwed up this country. Never a president in history ever got paid that kind of vacation money. Are you kidding? He's the only president in the past 44 presidents in the last 200 years who not only doubled the national debt by $10 trillion in his 8 years, what it took the other 43 presidents to do in 200 years. It took the other 43 presidents 200 years to rack up $10 trillion. It took him 8 years. And we're rewarding him. Imagine we're rewarding this failed president. He'll be the only president who never, ever grew the economy by 3% either. This is nuts. And student loans, when he came into office, they're $146 billion. Now they're $1.2 trillion. Call right now, 877-600-GANG. Let me work with you on Tiffany and Macy for 30 days. $39.95. You'll love it. Believe me. Join my gang right now. 877-600-GANG. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil